Welcome to the Bible Conversation Podcast with Chris, Dan, and Dylan. Let's have a conversation. Welcome to another episode of Bible Conversations. This one is going to be very simple. In fact, it's just me right now. The other guys are enjoying some time with their family, and I'm just taking a quick break, really to bring you guys an update, to bring you guys a little bit of, a little more info about what happened on Wednesday night, on the 23rd. So we interviewed about 7 different Christian camps throughout the nation, from Texas all the way to Montana, from Tennessee to Pennsylvania, and a couple of them in Oklahoma. And the purpose of us talking to the directors or the people running these camps was to really dig into why these camps are so helpful, why they're so effective, how awesome they are for not only adults, not only for kids, but for everybody who goes to them. They're such a wonderful tool to grow someone's spiritual life, to build someone's spiritual maturity and understanding in the gospel. And we are so grateful for these camps. We talked about the body of Christ in Ephesians 5. We talked about 1 Corinthians 15 and just multiple verses throughout the night and how we are to be examining the scriptures and growing in our understanding and just it's just a wonderful thing that these camps are able to do. And this last year has been tough. This last year has been hard. And these camps have suffered. They've suffered financially. As a couple of people mentioned, they also have suffered spiritually in the sense that they were not able to minister to anybody over this last year. And that, above all else, has been the hardest thing. And so in order for them to continue doing what they do so well, in order for these camps to continue in reaching lost souls, we wanted to help. We aren't going to be able to solve all of the problems. We're not going to be able to solve everything that troubles them, but we can provide some assistance. And so we have 7 different camps. And the first one that we talked to was Quartz Mountain Christian Camp, and we had Rob Kittle come on. And now this camp is located in Oklahoma, and they've actually got a mountain in their campgrounds, which is absolutely amazing. And one other thing to note is that all of these camps have been around for 50 plus years, and that is absolutely incredible. The next camp that we had on was Petty John Springs Christian Camp, and we had John Curtis come on, and that is also located in Oklahoma. They've got hundreds of acres worth of land that they are able to utilize and use for the glory of God. Then we had Camp Lujo Kismiv. Keep it simple, keep it fun. Keep it simple, make it fun. Kismiv, and we had Randy Mathis come on, and it's also located in Oklahoma. And just all 3 of these camps up in Oklahoma are doing some wonderful and amazing things. But we didn't want to stop just in our neck of the woods. You see, Ida is also in our neck of the woods, Camp Ida. And we had Preston McLeay come in and talk to us about Camp Ida and the wonderful things it's doing. And in fact, it is growing. It is growing. But right before Camp Ida, we had Mid-South. And this is located up in Tennessee. And Gail McDonald came on and talked to us about really just the wonderful works that are happening there. And just a couple stories that we heard, and it was so encouraging. All of these stories were so encouraging. And if you haven't had a chance, I really want to encourage you to go to our Facebook page and just listen. Just listen to the stories. If nothing else, it's an encouragement to hear about all the wonderful things that are happening. But moving out away from the Bible Belt, we had Camp Manatani, and Andy came on. I've got his last name here, but I don't know that I can pronounce it. But Andy came on to talk to us about Camp Manatani. It's located up in Pennsylvania, and these guys are reaching people from all over I think 12 different states and internationally too, and just what a wonderful work that is. And then Chris Crooks came on. Last and definitely not least, to talk to us about Yellowstone Bible Camp, located in the Yellowstone National Park, which is just so beautiful. This is located up in Montana. And he said that they've got 1,500 to 1,600 people going into that camp regularly. Every single one of these camps, every single one, is impacting lives, and more importantly, is impacting souls. And so I wanted to just give you an update. Our total amount of money that we have raised is somewhere around $4,000. $4,000. When we left last night, we were at $2,300, and since then we have continued to raise money, and we are closing in on $4,000. Now, this fundraiser, the funds that we're able to match, will be available through Christmas Day. Now, this is going to be going live on Christmas Day, so if you are listening to this and you know someone who is wanting to give, who is able to give, please let them know. Let them have an opportunity to share the gospel, the good news, and let them have the opportunity continuing in the spread of the gospel. Whether it's coming out of their mouth or it's coming out of somebody else's mouth, the gospel needs to be shared. So I hope that this short little podcast has been encouraging to you. I hope that it has been uplifting to you, and I hope that the work that is being done here has been encouraging and uplifting. We are so incredibly blessed, and we are so grateful for everybody who has listened, who has contributed, who has just done anything to help us get this message out there. Even if you just shared the post, we are so grateful for that. Because of you, we have reached well over 1,000 people with that video. We have raised with us doubling, well over $6,000-$7,000 that we're able to send to Christian camps, and that's because of you. And I know that it's mostly, let me rephrase that. You have contributed, but the glory goes to God. And we want to make sure that we give him all of the glory. We, again, are just thankful for you, but most of all, we're thankful for God. We're thankful for Jesus, and above all else, that's why we do what we do. It's because Jesus, he gave us all. He gave us everything. And the least that we can do is give back just a little. Now, if you can, please listen to the next 30, 45 seconds or so. And you can listen in on how you can help us continue growing and continue doing what we love to do, which is minister and to spread the gospel. We've got some awesome things coming in 2021, and I hope that you will be able to help us continue those dreams. Having said that, we will continue our regular podcasting schedule starting in January. So this following week, there unfortunately will not be any new episodes. So I want to encourage you, go back and listen to one of your favorites. Send us an email with some ideas about things you may have, but be looking forward to 2021. We love you guys so very much, and we wish you a wonderful and a very Merry Christmas. And God bless you. Goodbye. Thank you so much for listening to the Bible Conversations podcast. I want to tell you about a couple of ways in which you can be involved or help us out. You can like us on Facebook and share our posts. You can send us an email at kcocbibleconversations@gmail.com. You can follow us on Spotify or Apple Podcasts. You can even leave a review on Apple Podcasts. We're also partnering with Ministry League. This is a wonderful app full of so many different resources to help you grow your faith. We love you all. Now let's go start a conversation.